16, Volleyball. Number 18, Conference. Number 19, F4. Number 21, F4. Number 2, Middle, Richard. 続いて、Team Japan. Number 3, Captain Iwasaki Nama. Number 21, Middle, Inoue Kotoe. Number 4, Shiname Lisa. Number 5, Ayaki Erika. Number 7, Ishii Yuki. Number 9, Shinaura Haruo. Number 10, Kominaka Konomi. Number 11, Lamia Yurie. Number 12, Sato Miya. Number 13, Ogura Mai. Number 18, Utsuto Mami. Number 19, Kuriko Mai. Number 23, Nomoto Mika. Number 20, Libero, Komoto Mako. コート上では両国の選手が試合の健闘を誓い合う握手を交わしています。これより公式ウォームアップを開始します。
Now we are starting the official warming up.
ポイントの結果、Team Japanがサーブ権を獲得しました。ここで今大会で採用されていますチャレンジシステムについてご案内いたします。
From now, let us introduce the challenge system.
両チームの監督は試合中の主審の判定に異議を唱えることが可能となります。各チーム1セット2回まで権利が認められており、ラリー中でもチャレンジが可能です。チャレンジが申告されると、ビデオリプレイでの確認が行われ、チャレンジに成功の場合、チャレンジの残り回数はそのまま残り、失敗の場合はチャレンジの回数が減ることとなります。また、VR でプレーが確認できなかった場合は、主審のプレーが採用となります。この場合、チャレンジの回数は減りません。さらに VTR および主審の判断をつかない場合はノーカウントとなります。
Head coaches are entitled to request challenges each time they understand the ball takes place and is not called by referees, or when they would like to ask a review of the referee's decision. Teams will keep the right to call another challenge if their play is correct, up to the maximum of 2 unsuccessful challenges per set. When the situation is unable to be reviewed by officials, the first referee has right to call, and also when referees cannot make any decision, the team still keep the right to claim the challenge.
チャレンジが要求できる項目は、ボールの落下地点のボールイン、ボールアウトの判定、ブロック時のボールへの接触、選手によるネットへの接触、選手あるいはボールのアンテナへの接触、サーブ時、選手の足のエンドラインに踏み越し、後衛の選手がアタックを打つ際のアタックラインと踏み越し、試合中、選手の足が相手コートに入ったかどうか、以上の項目となっております。
Challenges are allowed during the rally for the following situations: ball in or out, block touch, net fall, antenna touch, football including a service, spike, and entering an opponent court.
チャレンジの使い方一つで試合の流れを大きく左右することもありますので、このチャレンジシステムも見どころの一つとなっています。ここでこの試合のコートアシスタントのご紹介です。日本体育大学桐蔭横野大学の皆さんです。
The FIVB World Grand Champions Cup is in Japan for the 7th edition of this prestigious event. 6 teams, 1 goal to take the title and be crowned the best of the best. Up next, it's the Japan against Russia, right here in Tokyo. Hello, welcome to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium for this, the last match from the second day of action. This is currently how things look here at the World Grand Champions Cup. China are top, Brazil second, and Japan currently sitting in bronze medal position. Russia, the team that they will be facing very shortly. Russia, the #1 ranked European team. Japan in this tournament as the hosts. This is the last day of competition from Tokyo before the teams will be packing up and moving to Nagoya for the remaining 3 days of competition. Japan had an excellent game against Korea on match day 1, beating their Asian rivals by 3 sets to nothing in a very exciting match. Russia started well, but were outplayed by Brazil. And a very interesting, in fact, they lost the first set and then came back, won the next one, but it was an interesting starting lineup that was put in place by the head coach for Russia, Vladimir Kutsitkin. He left off Goncharova and he left off Koshileva, and then realised that that was a mistake and brought them in, but it was a little too late in the first set, and then it proved to be too late overall. The teams, having finished their warm-up, now make their way onto court as we will have the flag bearers come in and have the protocol of the national anthems. We will start with Russia, and we will finish with Japan.
Please rise for the national anthem of Russia. And the national anthem of Japan.
ありがとうございました。ご着席ください。
Thank you. Please take your seats.
ここでセレモニーを手伝ってくれた
The anthem's over. Quick photo opportunity for the teams with the young girls and boys, the mascots from the local club teams here in Tokyo. Huge honour for the junior players, a chance to meet some of the top players in the world of volleyball.
はじめにチームロシアのカオルスターズの皆さん。
Goncharova.
チームジャパンと町屋ジュニアバレーボールクラブの
Is he ready to do the high fives? Well, the referees today in your picture and in charge of this one from Italy. It's Daniele Rapisada, and he'll be ably assisted by Argentina's Hernan Cansaro, Essa Michaela. We'll see that again very shortly as the announcer will be giving them their introduction to the capacity crowd here at the Tokyo Metropolitan. Two teams getting ready. They'll be introduced very shortly.
Presentation of the international referees. The first referee is Mr. Daniele Rapisada from Italy. The second referee is Mr. Hernan Cansaro from Argentina.
Time then for Russia to come out onto court. This is the team that Vladimir Kuzyevkin has decided needs to get the job done, and he's not taking any chances for this match. Through the outside is number 2, Maria Frolova. And then setting is number 3, Velistinskaya. No place on court for Pankova. This is how they line up. The two middle blockers, Koroleva, number 6, and number 21, getting the nod, Ekaterina Efimova. And in the opposite slot, it's Goncharova, the captain. And the other outside hitter is number 15, Tatiana Kostyeleva. Two liberos, number 4, Svetlana Kuchkova, she of the fingerless gloves. And also the other libero is Trechikova. Japan now coming out onto court, and there are changes for Japan from the team that beat Korea 3-0. It's in the outside position that those changes have been made. In the opposite slot is Shinabe, number 4. Tominaga, number 10, is setting. Through the middle is Iwasaka, number 3, and Erika Arakai, number 5. But no place on court for Nomoto or Uchiseto, because it will be Yuki Ishii, number 7, through the outside. And also number 11, Yuri Nabeya. So Kimi Nakata changing her wing hitters. Also changing the middle block as well, getting Shimamura in. She's gone for a taller team, effectively, to try and deal with the height and power that Russia have. Yeah, ready to go. Japan in white serving, Russia in red receiving. This is game number 3 from match day 2 of the FIVB World Grand Champions Cup here in Tokyo, Japan. Japan have the ball into transition and have block out, and that is going to be a familiar story during the course of this game. That is Japan at their absolute best. That's what they do. They defend well and they hit smart. For Japan, in evidence straight away. That's a lovely block from Osaka. Nice covering. So Russia have their first point. Goncharova back to the serving line. Japan will have to be very careful during this game. The one thing Russia have is that height in abundance and the power. It'll afford any errors. Goncharova again, decent ball in for Japan. Puts the set out wide, not giving Efimova a chance to get out and help in the block. Oh, that was almost a great pick-up by Russia. In particular by Maria Volleyball. As it is, Japan take the point, one in front. Volleyball. Excellent serve. Koshileva over the top of the block. Japan know that they have to be in for the long haul here. They have to work hard. They have to make the best of the opportunities that are presented to them. This is a match that could easily get away from them if they're not careful. Plays like that are exactly what Japan need. It's exactly what Russia know is going to be coming. It's the smart hitting, going in between blockers, around blockers, off of blockers. Good timing in the block from Japan. And a lovely swing, Ishikawa. Ishi. That's the inconsistency of Ishi's game. When you look back and you look at Kimura, recently retired for Japan, that's the sort of thing you very rarely see from her. Nice serve for Lova beaten. She was going backwards. It wasn't a ball she needed to unweight on, and it's Japan who have the lead at the first technical timeout.
The first technical timeout.
ファーストセット、ティームジャパンの得点が8点に達しましたので、ファーストテクニカルタイムアウトに入ります。
So Gonchalo is here, you can roll
こ
just
こま
go
で
or hit push.
石井由紀絶好調。
If the ball is C-pass, you don't need to attack the throw, okay? Just keep on throw. Just set it open you parallel, okay? And follow always like this.
一方向に返す、一方向に。セッター後ろから来るパス嫌だ。考えて。相手のとこ行った。
Along with throw number 2.
Lovely serving. That dropped very quickly, catching Russia by surprise, but they have the advantage, and still the ball is in play, though. Tominaga putting it down. That's the most direct route, but even then Russia don't find the floor straight away. Somebody getting a hand under it in that instance. That was Inoue, almost doing the splits, but still couldn't keep the ball off the floor. It's always too low to Nabeya, especially when you've got Goncharova and Jarashko waiting on that right-hand side. This time Goncharova absolutely buries that one inside the 3-meter line cross court. For Russia now back on level terms. Quick ball out wide for Lova, can't get there. Japan back in front.
柴田組のブルーが参列しています。
Aside from the capacity grade as that one goes off the blocking out, giving Russia the point. Too hot for Russia to handle. Russia think that's in, but that looks to be long on the baseline. If it is in, it's going to be millimetres. And that means we have our first challenge. Patty Rolfe of the USA, the challenge referee for this match.
The challenge by Russia, ball in out.
Well, this is one where there's a decision to be made. It's all done by the cameras, real-time flight tracking of the ball. And it is in, and it is by millimetres. A successful challenge for Russia.
The challenge was successful.
Team Russia、チャレンジ成功です。12対12の大スコアになりました。
They're going to have the middle covered. Livingston Sky will be a little bit disappointed. It's a ball that was going closer to her than anybody else. Just a miss it from Volleyball. She played very well in the first game. Volleyball new to the setup, new to the national team. Not new to the national team and to the setup. That was a lovely swing from her on the pipe attack. Good combination play for Japan, lots of movement around the setter, lots of movement in front of the blockers. Brings Russia back to within one. So far so good for Japan. They are keeping this at the moment, a bit of a sleeping giant. Snoozing. Just keeping the scoreboard ticking over. Yes, they're ahead by just 1 or 2. The alarm bells aren't really going off at the moment for Russia. They're still, oh, well, we can turn it around, we can turn it around. But as we hit the second technical timeout, Japan are leading by 2.
Here. 6 is always good. Tip to 4 is always good. Okay?
4に4方向にティップか8に打つ。
Okay? Zaryashko, she commit with the middle. Okay?
6番コミットに打つ。
Doesn't matter, you play with her. Koshideva tries the hand, see why she tries the hand. Okay? Yuki, you will be alone, I will pass.
15ヘルプに来てるから、ユキ1枚になるかも。
when you call her Eru, that you come to for early.
L に出たら早めにレフトに今行くからそしたら L に振り上げる。
Go, 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 go. Good, 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 good.
リベロの方向にサーブのサインが出たらリベロの方を見て逆にリベロの方を見てからリベロと逆に対するロシア、昨日の初戦でブラジルにセットカウント1対3で敗れています。ここで、どうこの2日目に立て直してくるかというところが一つの見どころとなっています。ナンバー8、オンチャはナンバー15、ホシェレバの2台です。この2人がチームを引っ張ります。
Coming into this match, looking at a few of the stats for the Russian players, the top scorer Goncharova 16 points, followed by Koshaleva with 15 points. Neither of whom started the first set against Brazil. And for Japan, it's Risa Shinabe, number 4, with 12 points. And Rika Nemoto, 23, 18 points, but doesn't play in this game today. And neither does Nami Chiseto, number 18, with 13 points. Those are the top 2 scorers for Japan, but not given a run out today because they're not tall enough. Nice play from Japan. I may have been being a little bit facetious. I know when we look at this team, Japan have gone for a bigger team to try and deal with the strength and the height that Russia offer. Actually, when you look at just looking at the heights of the players, Rika Nemoto's 180, and so too is Yuki Ishii, she's 180. And Uchiseto just 171. And Naber 176, so only one player is taller. And Nemoto was the top scorer. But it's all going well for Japan at the moment. They're still keeping their 2-point lead. You're not going to see a high ball out to 4, really, if they can help it from Japan. It'll be quite quick. They'll try and put the maximum pressure on the middle blockers, which is done against Russia, and open up those spaces. Voleva's a target for Brazil. She's a target here for Japan. They're going after her with everything they've got. Goncharova just goes over the top of the block. Good D by Russia. High and wide. Volleyball over the top. Or too much movement from Japan. And on that occasion, Nabe was off out wide. Unfortunately, she dug the ball. Still looking good for Japan in this first set. That's a cheap point for Russia. Double substitution now for Russia. Pankova coming in for Goncharova, set her into the back row. That means that going off the court is Starlitega Lishtinskaya. Coming in is Parabets, number 18, to act as the opposite player. So a push now coming from Russia. Parabets with her first attack, just the volley. Not able to make anything happen with the block. Gabeya goes back to serve, and Japan keeping that 2-point margin. Which means if it carries on like this, they'll have a side-out opportunity to win the set. So they won't need to get any more points from the serving line. Well, they might get one here. Oh, that one rolling along the net. And Shinabe leaving it, thinking it might continue to roll all the way out. That wasn't the case. They're actually going to have their side out. Volleyball to serve. They should make the net touch. And that's an opportunity wasted. Efimova it was. Handing the point to Japan.
Substitution by Japan. Number 3, number 18, Sito Kim.
Efimova was pushing Parabets into the net. Giuseppe coming in for some serving and defending. Vancouver with the dig. Parabets not finding a space on court. Russia having to scramble. And then it's high wide and a brilliant swing from Koshileva to get the side out. Over the top of Shinabe. Excellent from Koshileva. Uchiseto off again. Efimova.
これからサーブを打ちますエビコワ選手、昨日のブラジル戦でブロックポイントを2つ挙げています。
The second referee just having a chat with the scorers table. Not sure how short the issue is. Just checking that the information is correct between the table and the second referee's tablet, which is on the post. Makeda saying it's okay, we're good. No, we're not quite. There's a slight technical issue this morning. Those of you who are watching the first game, the second referee, Patsy Rolfe, having to deal with a software issue. The cell was too small, so the number that was in it went 13-3. Well, there wasn't a 3 on court, so that caused a few issues. But it was just written down, made a note of it. Play continued, rectified at the end. Back to go again now. Efimova with the serve for Russia. Lovely side out for Japan. And they've gone about this first set in almost a perfect manner, haven't they? They haven't got so far away from Russia that it's caused issues, and they've really had to kind of really change the mindset of the players. They've just stayed 2 in front, kept siding out. Creating a few chances. Nice dig by Russia. Another chance over Japan. Ishii has to go with the roll. Nice pick up by Frolova. Well, that doesn't look to have hit the sideline. Parabets with the error, and it's now set point for Japan. And Russia call the timeout.
Ты не имеешь права оставлять ее. Вот она стоит, она поднула, делай шаг назад, влево-вправо. Понимаете? Раз, два, три, четыре, пять отманов. Запасных. Какие можно быть?
基本的にセカンドはもうリベロに任せる。リベロが触った後の展開は実はちょっとセットアップして。ネット際は持っていく。ネット際にあんまり持っていかなくていいから。
Never sure whether a scoreline like this is ever by design. But certainly Japan have played an excellent first set. And they're in a good position here to go on and take it. Very quick behind from Russia. Fetisova putting it on the floor. The double subs being reversed by Russia. It's Goncharova comes back on. So to Bulishtinskaya. One side out, needed 2 chances for Japan to get it. First time of asking, is she down the line? Japan take the opening set against Russia, 25-22. Just 3 errors on each side. Russia with more blocks. Was Japan retook the set. Kumi Nakata's decision to leave both of the starting outside hitters out of this match from yesterday's game was To be a wise choice so far.
脳4によって片足なんかやっぱり短くなるから、ちょっとその分ちょっとや
その中でスパイク決定率について、昨日はナンバー18、内瀬戸亜美選手が28本中12本、42.8% ということで、チームの中で一番のスパイク決定率を記録しました。それに続くナンバー18、ノートシータ選手です。
Number 2 goes to right side.
さあ、まもなくの正確のセットへ向けて、皆さん、気をつけて元気出してください。
Just the one change for Russia, number 14. Marina Fedisova, the middle blocker, staying in, the Dynamo Moscow player. Has played 53 selections for her country, 11 matches for the World Championships. There we go with the second set. Goncharova serving for Russia. They're trailing 0-1 to Japan. Shinobe just about getting that one through the block to get the side out. Got over in trouble. Koshalova sends the ball into the grandstand. Japan lead 2-0. Very nice link between Vilishtinskaya and Fedisova. There'll be a challenge, and there might be a challenge on a touch, potentially. There won't be now. I think the coach just asking, well, did you see a touch? No, there wasn't. The ball was wide of the line. Frolova serves again. Russia up leveled. Russia are going to make a challenge, however. They believe that ball hit the block. Might have a better challenge. Let's go for ball in, ball out.
Long touch.
If you're new to the game, wondering what this is all about, the challenge system lets coaches see things like this. No touch was the original call. You see from the challenge that in fact there was a touch, so a successful challenge gives Russia the ball. And the head coach keeps his challenge. They get 2 per set. If you're right with one, you keep it. If you're wrong, you lose it. So effectively you have 2 unsuccessful challenges. You have none left in the set. You can challenge for the ball touching the block, the ball touching the antenna, a player touching the net, ball in or out, centre line violation, and also 4 touches where the ball has been hit into the net and deemed by the referee not to have touched the block. What you can't challenge is if the ball's hit the floor or not, ball up or down. You can also challenge foot faults from the baseline, the 3-metre line, and of course the centre line. Koshileva out too wide, exposing the cross-court option which Japan took. Efimova went up nice and high, but timing was an issue. However, she was able to get enough on the ball to see it go over and land on the floor. It's Russia who have the lead. Koshileva. It's so simple at the moment for Russia. High, wide, Koshileva over the top, Japan with little chance. It used to be that's what Russia's volleyball was all about. A ball that would come down with snow on it. Nice work by Efimova. It wasn't Efimova, it was Fetisova, who again, this time being helped back by Goncharova. And it's an unforced error from Japan. The hard work for Russia paying off. Keeps them two in front. So Fetisova puts the ball down. Russia head into the technical timeout. They're leading by 3, but they're trailing by a set to nothing.
They will make mistakes, okay? Defense also then block defense. And attack bases, okay? He goes early to court.
Koshileva. That's It's a good point for Russia off the back of a technical timeout. They're opening up a big lead. And it's Japan who call the timeout.
One apex, okay, try to control. Roll away here blocking. Okay, Edwin is good. Control away is at blocking, so try, if you need to have, if you can tip in front is good, okay? Okay, and 1-6 is good for attack. If your block is not so, defense is not good at 6, okay? Go.
スパイクの定率、チームナンバー1を記録したのはナンバー8、ボンジャロワ選手が 46.88%、32本打って15本を決めるという、そのような内容でした。それに次ぐのがナンバー2、クロロワ選手が 42.11%、19分の8という、このような内容になっています。
Gonchurova ineffective. Better in the block. And this time Gonchurova very effective. Well, I suppose there's only effective or non-effective, isn't there? Not like illegal and highly illegal. Really good angle from her. Too hot for Japan to deal with.
Substitution by Japan. Number 10 out, number 19, Morikawa in. Number 4 out, number 12, Sato in.
さあ、2選手がリングの担当台に入りました。さあ、ジャパン2枚替えです。
That's a good touch by Gonchurova. Frolova with some work to do, and she's done that very nicely, very well. And definitely this set is beginning to slip away from Japan already. Absolutely nowhere to go for Japan. That was a mismatch, which definitely favoured Russia. Gonchurova up and across very early. Good up by Felistinskaya. Great covering by Fedisova. And then Koshileva on the pipe doing the damage. timeouts left for Japan. It's not looking good for them, is it, in this second set?
You are starting in good position, but you move back, then you go in front, the ball short.
サーブレシーブ、スタートの位置はいいんだけど、一回下がってまた前に行ってる
This
から。
moment you don't need. Keep yourself in front,
そっ
okay?
から前、そっから前。
One
OK？
aim pass.
オッケー。切り直した。最高。ここから。
Lovely swing. Substitute Horikawa doing what she's there to do. Her time on court has come to an end. That'll be an ace serve for Japan. Chikova didn't like that one.
昨日の一戦でもサービスエースを記録しています富永。
And Russia didn't like that one. Ace serve again. Tominaga's on a hat-trick. Oh, she's done it! A clean ace down the middle between Koshileva and Krujkova. 3 ace serves for Japan. They're bringing themselves back into this match and delighting the home crowd.
So, good serve, less mistake. Good serve, less mistake.
サーブ攻める、ミス減らす。
Go, 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 go.
That was a horrible serve, wasn't it? Koshileva, what's she doing? She's acting like an opposite player, trying to get out of the way. She should be there helping out passing. It's a no-win situation then for Krujkova.
レストでサービスポイントを挙げたナンバー10富永オリンピック。普段はアジオフェニックスでプレーをしている選手です。アタッカーとしてプレーをしていたという履歴があるんですが、2016-17シーズン、チャレンジリーグのレギュラーシーズンで117得点を挙げたというこのような実績もあります。
Fourth ace serve from Tominaga. Now we head into the technical timeout. Russia smiling a little surge from Japan. 6 points ahead.
In this case, it's better you go 5 or 6, okay? Because they go with you. They commit with you. It's better opposite way.
コミットしにしてる来てるから逆方向打つ。
And you will be alone at 2 with 1 blocker, okay? Try to go both sides.
最高。
Goncharova. Good dig by Koshileva, but it's a net touch by Russia. Looking for block out and getting it. Helped him over, it was who touched it. Good up. Nice work for over splitting defenders at 4 and 5. Keeping Russia well and truly on track to take this set. It's one of the best efforts of Japan. Anna made a change. Nevaya's gone. Chateau has come in. I just wonder whether or not actually Krejcikova can volley a ball with those gloves on. She took the option to reverse dig that behind for a swing at 4 as opposed to setting it out wide for a swing on the right-hand side. Try and find out some more about those gloves, why they're being worn. And again, good covering behind the attack. She this time can only tip. Koshileva, big swing from her. And Russia take the point, but really hard fought rally. Japan doing all the defending. Good covering, brilliant, just brilliant picking up from Inoue. Coming in. Osaka goes to the bench for the time being. Akai plays for the Toyota Auto Body team here in Japan. There's going to be a challenge coming for block touch. Challenge by Russia. Indeed, huge touch. In fact, no need for the challenge. It was given by the referee. Ace serve by Russia. F him over with an excellent serve. How often do you get an ace against Japan without someone touching the ball? Block out achieved by Yuki Ishii. It's an ace serve from Japan. As much as second libero unable to deal with the ball. Katerina Tretiakova. She was way in court, wasn't she? Lovely serve by Shinabe going to the other side. Oh, very nice. But Russia alive to it. And still Japan who take the point. Well, a quick attack then by Russia, which sends Vilishinskaya back to the serving line. And Russia's tallest lineup at the net now. Koshaleva, Yonchirova, and Fedisova in the middle. Japan trying to avoid the block, avoided the court. Russia now 2 away from levelling the match. Nice play from Ishii to just tip it over, a bit of a throw with it as well. Nice big. Setter having to really stretch for those two. And it's Koshaleva who just tidies things up and brings up set point now for Russia. Pankova coming in. Koshaleva to the bench. To me on the side of out rather than in. Although the Russian coach staff sat directly opposite the lines judge, said yeah, it was out. Russia going to let it slide. Set point saved by Japan. 6 chances for Russia to side out to level this match. Ball in from Pankova. And that is the end of the set. Gonchirova hammers it down. Russia take it 25-18, and we're 1 set all here at this FIVB World Grand Champions Cup between Russia and Japan. those stats. Japan 5 errors, Russia just the 3, and Russia with a couple of blocks. Even though Japan worked very hard in defense, making 7 more digs, wasn't enough. Interesting times ahead now for the Japanese coach. Kui Nakada, her opening set gambit paid off. It didn't work in the second set. Where does she and the team go now? Seto will keep her place on court after coming on in the second set. Tominaga, Tomoto keeping warm on the bench for Japan, number 23, yet to be called into action. Kinamoto, most worthy, he's in his springs. Top scorer in the match against Korea. There we go with set 3. Russia with a convincing performance in the second set to level this match. That's an unforced error from Russia, so Japan will have the opening point. Gift one straight back to Russia. Good work by Frolova, one-on-one. Jirova holding her ground. Japan come again. Block out from Shinabe. It's a good serve from Japan. They'll get free ball. And with 3 attacking options, Russia's block split. It was isolation right across the net. Follow with no chance of stopping that one. Oh, fantastic defense. Another chance, though, for Russia. And Volleyball gets it done. I don't think anything quite like that for Japan, for any team. Not only defending the ball was Tominaga. She then, as the ball's on the other side of the net, cleared up the perspiration because she knew she was going to be running back into that spot should Japan get the ball into transition. Well, just a little close to the net, and very well played by Ishii to put it into the hands of the Russian block and see it go off those hands and out of play. Koshileva off the hands and away. But this set starting to shape up like the first set did for Japan. Just keeping themselves 1 ahead and 2 ahead with the side out, and they were able to continue that on right through the set before eventually sneaking another point. Taking the first set 25-22. No way through that time for Ishii. Well watched by Frolova. And that's off the block, which is why the defence played it. It's Russia who take the point. Well, I'll tell you what, it didn't catch the block, did it? But still, it was played by Japan. You know, a little bit disappointed with that. Russia just left standing, statuesque as that ball was rolled deep to the corner. Ishii now with the serve. Good out. Almost expected, isn't it, that Japan are going to make digs. That one, though, comes off the block and lands in court. Koshileva. Nice play for Lova this time with a rather unorthodox block that she has of trying to almost a half move. Getting her hands up and around, but she's got her hands on the ball. Turning it back into Japan's court. So Russia turning it around. in this third set, and we head into the technical timeout with the team in red leading by 2.
When they have great blocking here, when you try to make block out, you need to use the arm or you need to attack to the scoreboard to make block out.
シーパスになって2枚来てブロックアウト狙うんだったら外側の手かもう勝ち上げるかしかないから
EFP zone you cannot make block out.
内側は決まらないよ内側止められちゃうよその代わりフォロー入ろうフォロー入ろう思って打てないから来い来い来い来い来い来い最高最高
She couldn't hear give again, doesn't it?
スパイカーに任せて1本打って真ん中リピートしようリピートする
Okay, give the responsibility to them. I will go.
つきやすくなっちゃうからシンプルに深い入っちゃう
Koshileva will serve for Russia. Koshileva defending a little too high into court. As a result, Japan's attack through the middle successful. Again, loves to hit that ball across the body. Does it so well. Erika Arakai. So hitting across her body successfully. That's a great shot from Koshileva. A little too low, Efimova read it well. Volleyball. Another continuation block for Russia. That's a really good pickup by Uchiseta. And Japan will take the point. Great covering. No innocent bystanders on court for Japan at any moment, are there? Everyone's clued in, everyone's watching what's happening, everyone's ready to play. Top dig from Inoue. She can only tip. Well watched. Quality volleyball from Japan. That's what they're all about. No place for the ball to find the floor. Not when Inoue is on court. Well, it looked to be no line at all, but Ishii found it. Japan have turned it around.
They will stop us, keep the same because they cannot.
Look at that shot again from Ishii. That was quality. Thumb up, getting a spin down the line. And then get the thumb down to get a spin away from your body, cross court. And those kinds of spins, as a side spin each way, really difficult to play, even if you do get your hands on the ball. Top spin. Go off at a funny angle. Okay, I read the situation. Able to get hands up against Koshileva, but not successful enough. Double quick from Japan. Well, now there's trouble. America had nowhere to go because Efimova and Koshileva were doubled up, really close together. Look at Koshileva, as soon as her hands are up there across the net, there's no second movements from her. Quite a few of the Russian players now moving to a more Western style of blocking from the heavily influenced Eastern European style of up and then press. And if you're doing that, you're gambling. One, with touching the net, two, kick the timing. How can your press be anywhere near that of the speed of the swing of the attacker? But if you just go straight across, get as far across as you can. Have your name at that moment when you've finished your block reach on or before, ideally before the spiker has hit the ball, then you're in a good place. Japan having called the timeout as Russia have turned this roller coaster of a third set round in their favour. Volleyball with the serve. Boncharova's proven to be a very good defender if the ball is hit at her, but anything that goes to her left or to her right, well, she has to move, is not as good. Nice touch from Arakai, going to her left, going with her left hand, so the ball did creep into court towards her teammates, but not far enough for them to get onto it. couple of times now, that ball out wide to Ishii has been too low. That just plays right into the hands, literally right into the hands of the Russian block. Efimova. Good work by Kozyaleva. She has some more to do, decides to go with the free ball option. Russia look to reset their block defense. It doesn't work. Japan take the point. Volleyball was exposed by that serve all alone. Another free ball for Japan. Oh, that was wonderful. Lovely footwork. Just watch the way that ball was played. Shimomura looked like she was going to come in front, then just changed her footwork, went around, dragging the block, creating the space. Good work by Shinabe. Ishii goes with a roll shot. Anyway, with another good dig. Oh, wow. Goncharova came in, covered behind the block. Volleyball then was at 6, had a lot of court to cover, and she couldn't get there. Not often. I mean, Japan don't tip around the block short. Certainly don't tip over the block short. Goncharova was in the wrong place, and that put too much pressure on Volleyball. And Japan waste their opportunity. Second technical timeout. Russia just in front in this enthralling match. That's 1-1 at the moment.
Open the game both sides.
The opening finish. Your side. Your side.
An even distribution of points between the two teams, really. There's quite a bit of high-scoring game from the serving line. Chases on for Volleyball, but it's too close to the advertising hoarding. She won't go after it. Japan level up. Well, it's a penalty for Goncharova, but it doesn't have the accuracy. It's not often you see that happen for Japan, a player getting turned by the ball. Ishii was the guilty party on that occasion. Japan so good at keeping those shoulders facing back towards court, no matter what's going on below the hips. So side out achieved for Russia. Edging in front. Kostyaleva back to the serving line. Very respectful crowd here in Japan. It's a round of applause pretty much, but it's like golf applause at times when Japan win the point. Oh, then there are the roars, of course. A nice point for Japan. They've turned it around now. They have the edge. It's Russia siding out to get level. It's a bit too tight. Oh, that's incredible. What a dig by Shinabe. And then Goncharova puts it down. There are times when Goncharova's unstoppable, and that's one of them. Quick play, the second tempo attack out on the left side of court. Both players moving, and it is second tempo. On her first step, the ball is in the setter's hands, and then she continues into attack. Good timing step that by Uchiseto. What it means is when she watches that ball on that timing step, she can then go quicker or slower depending on how fast it comes out of the setter's hands. This is a good opportunity for Japan now to score. Both Kostyaleva and Goncharova in the back row, the two biggest hitters. But Frolova is having a really good game blocking-wise. And then it goes the other side, and it's Efimova along with Felishtinskaya who make the block. And Russia have turned it round in their favour now, 21-20. Nice blocking from Efimova off the back of a lovely pickup by Kostyaleva. Russia doing exactly what they need to do. They've gone up another gear. They have a 2-point lead, and it's Japan who called the timeout.
Okay, this a quick ball is okay. I told you before. Doesn't matter, but open the game because he makes commitment. Okay. For both sides, we will be alone.
Goncharova. setter back to serve. And Nomoto's coming in the front row. Kikishi going off. Is Nomoto up to game speed? We're going to find out very shortly. Efimova on the C quick, that short behind. The 1 foot takeoff does brilliantly well to give Russia the side out. Volleyball back to serve, and now this is a worry for Japan. Koshaleva steps up into the front row. A couple of big hits from her. That do very nicely for Japan, for Russia right now. Great cover by Inoue. Now it's Russia having to scramble. Free ball for Japan. 3 front court options. Nomoto puts it down. Japan sided out. Erika Arakai goes up. Nabeya comes in to serve for Japan. Oh, what a serve that is. Koshaleva with some work to do. And she's done that magnificently. That's almost a back row swing from Koshaleva at position 5. But still hit it hard enough that it came back past her and out of court. So set point for Russia. Arakai back in to go out again, so Inoue can come in to pass. Efimova with the serve. The ball is overpassed. Efimova puts it down. And it is Russia who take the set 25-22. They lead by 2-1 over Japan. changes in for Russia ahead of this. What could be the final set, depending on what Japan can do. Japan now have decided that Nomoto needs to be in, needs to be playing. So she starts this fourth set. And it's Russia with the serve from Goncharova. Shinabe dug. Nice work. Really good reactions and a good change of direction from Tominaga. But all to no avail in the end as Russia take the point. Best with that brilliant swing. Mitsu Springs volleyballer. 4 Hitsumitsu Springs players in this Japanese team. 3 JT Marvelous players. That name might ring a bell. Those of you that follow Japan, JT Marvelous, the home club of one of the greatest setters Japan ever produced, Yoshitake Kishita. Over for Russia. Koshaleva risking injury. Looks like the assistant coach wasn't interested in getting out of the way. Koshaleva this time goes over the block. The ball only being moderately slowed down, not enough for Japan. She's going to need to transition Efimova back to serve now. Good lead. Anyway, he was tracking. Russia questioning, and I think there's going to be a challenge. Rolling the dice to see whether or not this one was in or out. Oh, it's caught the line, and it'll be an ace serve for Russia. That's where the challenge system is invaluable, because the human eye, that was a millimetre, isn't it? And it would have looked an awful lot more out than it was actually in. Great work by Japan. Nomoto making the initial block, and then just a little jump putting off Russia as well, as it was quite close to the net. Double touch will be given against Russia, and even though the libero was saying, well, it was off the heels of my hands. Yeah, it was off one after the other. So Volleyball in trouble with that serve receive. That into the block, play can continue. Russia get to go again, and this time it's Goncharova on the pipe. Nomoto can only tip. Frolova's read it well. Koshileva is dug brilliantly. Which setter it was, but nobody able to make sure that one stayed off the floor. And for once, Japan guilty of just smothering the hitter a little too much with their cover. Felicitskaya with the serve. Japan having to scramble. Goncharova with a lovely swing. So Russia beginning to ease away in this third set. A bit of a worry for Japan's head coach, Yumi Nakada. Doing it right for the moment, not calling a timeout. Well, maybe one coming very shortly anyway, especially if Russia win this point. Nomoto. Oh, brilliant. Chikova let it go, thought it was going out. She's been thinking about that for a while now while she's off court, waiting to come back on again. So Russia take the point, and we head into the technical timeout. Russia leading by 3 and by 2 sets to 1. And with some work to do. Side out from Japan. Just watching the way Japan receive the ball, quite a lot of it, they're quite high, but they just seem to go back with the ball, a form of unweighting, but kind of almost like opening a door but keeping their shoulders around at the same time. It's very interesting serve receive technique Japan employ at times. Would have been a double, and that was because that was a footwork problem then for Russia's setter. Felicitskaya, she went in and then had to adjust very late. And that's why she made the handling error. Just looked like a misread of the ball flight from the Russian setter. Work Koshileva. Big hit. Oh, too far away to be able to get a meaningful touch on that and take it over the net by Nomoto. That was Nomoto. Yes, Tominaga going back to court. She might get the touch. Shinabe, Pancake only sending it further away from their teammates. With the serve. Shinabe into the front row with Seta and Erika Arakai. But it's a massive mismatch for Russia's, as far as they're concerned, in Russia's favour, because go behind to Goncharova against Uchiseta. Uchiseta 1m71. Goncharova, have a quick look. She is 1m94, touches 315 in the spike on a 224 net, and Uchiseta at 171. Her block height is only 285. Lovely speed of attack from Japan. That's where they make up for the height difference against most teams, is the way they play their volleyball, the speed, the discipline, their ability to get the ball and recycle it and make teams work 2, 3, 4, 5 times, trying to wear them down. At the moment, Russia are not being worn down. They're staying ahead, doing all the right things. Lovely play from Inoue. Clever play from Frolova. Clever serve. Frolova plays for Krasnoyarsk. So too does Kruchkova. Those are the only two from that team in the Russian lineup. Ball must have gone outside the antenna as it went over the net to allow Russia to go after that one. Gone in between the antenna. Not let it go after it. Well, that's gone inside the antenna, so technically that should have been over as soon as the ball was touched. Japan getting bodies in the way of the big hits. Oh, great work, the Pancake. Momoto will have another go. But the block works for Russia, and they hold on to their lead. Lovely, perfect Pancake. Shaleva made the dig, looks at Efimova and saying, well, why haven't you played it? Well, if Efimova had just got a touch on it, Koshaleva was right there to bring it back over. It's into history now, though. Japan with the side out. Scores a level. Shinabe with the serve. Another big swing. This time on the C-quick from Efimova. And serving weight not up to the level it needs to be, often enough to put Russia in trouble at the moment. And now Russia move into their very strong rotation with Koshaleva along with Efimova, but it doesn't work. They're not able to stop Japan from getting their side out. Russia not lining their block up properly against Nomoto. Nomoto now with the serve. Good lead by Frolova. Side out achieved. I was going to say obtained. Achieved. Achieved. Another one. They have the point, they have the ball, but it's Russia siding out for the lead. They're going to do it the hard way. Oh, not do it at all. What's Volleyball doing then? She just came running in to have him over, who is quite clearly going to be digging it over the net. And that little bit of confusion sparked concern for Russia's head coach and timeout call. It's not the time for panic from Russia. This was the serve that caused the issue. Efimova's about to play it. This definitely Efimova's ball to play. Volleyball got in the way. All Volleyball was going to do was tip it. Couldn't have a swing. Maybe she would have volleyed it, but she only had her right hand up in the air. It's almost as if she was sabotaging the play. Hustle from Japan. Moto keeps it alive. And Japan, well, trying to make it difficult for Russia by volleying it inside the three, but not finding the court. So it's Efimova back to the serving line. Volleyball Gonchilova. That's Efimova at the net. And Pedisova with the serve. A little bit throwy. They play to the whistle. They have the lead at the technical timeout. But they are trailing 1-2 at the moment. This is proving to be one of the digs of the match so far. Interesting block in a coach's life. For those of you that are coaches or wanting to be coaches, it's a whole world of information and opinion about what's the best way, the right way to do it, how to be a coach. Is it about you? Is it not about you? When is it about you? I read a very interesting article posted by John Foreman talking about what the coach's role is, and to summarise it all, I guess if you've seen the film, it's a bit like being Nanny McPhee. It's a point where you're no longer needed. That's the idea, trying to coach yourself, not out of a job, but just out of a position of prominence, getting the players to be able to do all the things you want them to do when they need it to be done. Lovely dig. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Japan, and they're one of these teams where, from a coaching point of view, they don't need to know how to block, how to defend. They know that they are technically very proficient. Probably technically one of the best teams you're going to see play volleyball. It's all about the tactical for this team, how they're going to get the job done against what are generally bigger, harder hitting opposition. And they're getting the job done here now as Tominaga goes back to serve again. Volleyball gets turned, it doesn't stay in play. And with Efimova jumping in the middle, opened up the opportunity for the ball to be put away outside. And beginning to feed off this passionate crowd here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium, raising their game, trying to get every inch out of their jump. Brilliant. Shinabe from Japan now taking control of this fourth set. Russia call the timeout.
Great blocking, don't forget, Gonchero and Kotelevai. Any kind of this is dangerous spot. And set it in front. This way is great, this way is great. Diagonal all line, okay? Go, go, go.
Serve Japan. Well, that's a brilliant way to come back off a timeout. Russia are going to challenge it. Yeah, the Reposada, the Italian first official, signaling for the challenge. Patty Rolfe, the challenge referee, sitting with the Hawkeye team, having a look at this one. But it's not an ace, it is out. What a challenge. And a very important challenge for Russia. Volleyball will go back to serve. Great serve for Volleyball. Bit of pressure being put back on Japan. And they call the timeout.
Let's settle it here. Monica, you are always good here. 1-6 is fine, okay? This is for you the same, Diego. We need the same game. We need to push the game to right side, okay? Good, good, good. Let's go. Let's go. Now.
Volleyball, important that this serve goes in. They're all important, but now more so than ever. Could be a bit of a momentum changer in Russia's favour if they can get something here. They've got a free ball. Two front court attackers. Koshileva! Great dig. Oh, the joust is won. And Russia do take the point. Pelishtinskaya making sure the ball didn't come back. And Russia now very much breathing down the neck of Japan. Volleyball once again. Volleyball knocked over. Lovely swing by Shinabe. Good ball from Volleyball. Goncharova. She'll have a free ball. Koshileva waiting wide. Up it goes. Down goes the ball. Brilliant swing from Koshileva, silencing the crowd. Hide and wide. Hide and high was what was required, and that was what she got. And then Koshileva able to put the ball down. So, Navarro goes off. Alpine comes on to go off. Inoue into pass. It's Efimova with the serve. Russia looking for a point to get back level. They just can't stop Shinabe. Lovely movement around the setter for Japan, which meant that the Russian block was pinned in the middle, one-on-one. Koshileva trying everything, but couldn't get near it. Well, that somehow stayed in. Lovely swing by Goncharova. Who's going to come up with the goods? Will it be Russia to turn this one around and take the match? Or will it be Japan to hold on to what they've got and send this one into a decider? Nice play from Koshileva. Going to have some work to do here. It might be too much. Oh, brilliant. She's managed to volley that one into play as the angles were running away from her. And it's a block from Russia. That is a huge play. And Koshileva will take the credit for that one. It was going wider and wider, closer to the post. And Koshileva somehow managed to volley it back into play without making a double touch. Russia's block defense holding firm. We're level. Japan siding out for the lead, but it's a roll shot, and now Russia could go in front. High and wide again, Koshileva, brilliant swing from her. Classic Russian volleyball, just what they needed. Koshileva in the front row. Russia are in front. Japan called a timeout. back onto court they come again. The initiative has swung away from Japan in favour of Russia. Russia 2 away from victory. Shinskaya with the serve. Has it landed in? Not quite. No, it hasn't. Koshchileva looking at it. Well, it's going to be a challenge. They've got time to do it. They have. Well, it's worth it, isn't it? Her first reaction as Koshchileva hit the floor wasn't a celebratory one, was it? But if anything, it just gives Russia a little bit of breathing space now anyway. Oh, it is out. So Japan are level. Russia siding out for a match point. Rotation won this for Russia. So Goncharova at 4, Koshchileva at 2. Two huge hitting options for Russia if they can get the ball in play. Oh, they might not. Well, they do. But Japan make the dig. Better chance now for Russia. Taken by Goncharova, and match point comes up for Russia. That was a nervy moment for the team in red, as well as everybody here watching as that ball hit the net from service. Fedosova did very well to get it in play. Koshchileva goes out. Akova comes in. So those backcourt options, this is going to be a case if we can get this ball, it's going to Goncharova. Oh, fantastic! A free hit through 2. Goncharova left standing, Russia left watching. What a way to save match point. A nerveless display from Japan on that side out. Shimamura with the serve. Volleyball. They can only muster a tip. Goncharova, she can only tip it as well. Better chance now for Japan. Battered into the block, but it's Japan now having to give free ball. Goncharova's got to be favourite. But she's put down. Japan knew where it was going. They got their block set, and now they have set point. What a turnaround. Goncharova gets it again, but she's not ready. Japan have free ball, they're going to have a swing for the set. Oh, but the block holds firm for Russia. Well, as a neutral, you want this one to go to a decider. If you're supporting Japan, you want it to go to a decider. If you're supporting Russia, you just want them to get on with it and get it won. Has to be won by 2 clear points now. And again, the quick ball to the left-hand side, the right-hand side of court as Japan look at it. Is effective. Arakai putting it down. Second set point for Japan. Murray's kept it in. Ishii with the roll. Goncharova in a much better position to have a swing, and she puts it away. And the set point is saved. But it's still rotations that favour Japan at the moment. Koshchileva, Goncharova in the back row. Not a great deal of firepower. Front court setter. Efimova will try and be released quick if she can. But the block holds firm. That's an excellent block. That was the strongest part of Russia's front row. Efimova and Filishtinskaya bringing up match point number 2 for Russia. Almost as if Japan had forgotten where Russia's strength was. Instead of going behind and trying to run the ball over Frolova, they go in front again, and again the outcome favours Russia. They make the block, they take the set, and they take the match by 3-1. Japan are defeated in Tokyo. What a game. Japan taking the first set, and then a dramatic finish to a fantastic game of volleyball.
Match number 6 between Russia and Japan.
Well, commiserations to Japan, to head coach Kuminakata. They gave it their all, they were close, they had a set point, they almost took it into a decider, but brilliant play from Russia when they needed it. 2 big blocks to see them over the line. So Japan are 1-1. For Russia, they too are 1-1. A very entertaining game. With some great volleyball and 2 very different styles of volleyball being displayed. So it's back to the drawing board for Japan. Russia get themselves on track. Goncharova is down on court. We might be able to have a word with her very shortly. Well, it was hard work out there. I'm interested in what she has to say. Unfortunately, Goncharova doesn't speak any English, so they're trying to find a way perhaps to do the interview maybe with an interpreter, or maybe they can find someone who does speak English. So once they try and sort that out, we'll see whether or not we do get an interview with the Russian team. And a recap into the way it was played. It was pretty cool, and it looks like it will be Goncharova.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay, congratulations. Very nice match today for you. How do you feel?
I feel me good. I am very happy that we win today. It's a very hard game because it's Japan. They play very well defense and very hard to make attack for this team.
So, for your team, what was the key point today? Most important point for Russian team?
I don't know. All points is important for us, and we try to do.
Defense, service.
For us, it's the most important. It's attack because we must to do it very good because Japan have good defense. So and also we must to do good block and all what we can do.
Okay. Message in Russian for the fans back home, please. Speak in Russian. Russian fans, message, please.
Спасибо всем за поддержку, кто смотрел, кто нас поддерживал.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Spasiba, thank you indeed. Great work from Goncharova, and a great work from her team as well. As they said, block was important, attack was important, always going to be difficult to break Japan down, and that's what it proved to be. Difficult, but not impossible. They got the job done. coverage from the Tokyo Metropolitan. We hope you've enjoyed the volleyball. We'll take a day's break. We'll be back in a couple of days' time when the action will come from Nagoya. And we hope you can join us for that. But until then, from all of us here, it's time to say goodbye.